About 7 or 8 years ago, the bishop asked me to come here to Erskine. And that was a bit of a culture shock, both for me and for the people here in Erskine. There are 2 parishes in Erskine, and up to I came, both parishes had a priest. So I was to look after 2 parishes. And that was difficult. That was a culture shock. And I think for me, what was going on was that the parishioners' expectation of what the priest could do for them didn't change. So I spent my early time here in Erskine really trying to meet the expectations of the people and finding myself running more and more ragged, trying to keep up. I felt almost like a sacrament machine, and I found myself getting more and more tired, more and more fatigued, and kind of what really clinched it for me was I had 2 weekends. I had a baptism in St John Bosco, and the following weekend I had a baptism here in St Bernadette's. And in both cases, neither families were interested in church. They were not here for church. They were here for something else. So after those 2 baptisms, I was feeling kind of quite soul destroyed about that how could I make a difference? And talking with my brother priests, and nobody really had the answers. That a lot of them were feeling what I was feeling, but there wasn't much in the way of answer. But the week after the weekend of the second baptism, I was going away on holiday, a planned holiday, to Spain for 2 weeks. And I was flying out on the Monday morning. So Sunday night, frantically packing my bags and getting everything all ready. And then I thought, I need to load up my Kindle with some books. And I had made up my mind, I made a conscious decision that there was to be no theology and there was to be no spiritual or religious stuff. I just wanted daft novels that I really didn't have to think very much. And so I started downloading a few books, and that was it. I went away on a holiday. The first couple of days, I basically slept. Once I stopped, my body stopped. And I think about the third day, I kind of got a grip of myself and said, well, at least go down to the pool and sleep. So I went down to the pool and brought my Kindle with me, and I opened up the Kindle, and the first book to appear was Father James Mallon's Divine Renovation. And to this day, I don't know how that book ever got on my Kindle. I have no conscious recollection of seeing that book or downloading that book. I look back on it now, I say it's divine providence. And I read the first chapter, and my reaction was, at last, someone knows what I'm feeling. Someone else is going through the same thing that I'm going through. I don't want to be dramatic about this. I think reading that book saved my priesthood. Not in the sense that I was going to leave, but in the sense that if I'd carried on the way I was going, I think in order to protect myself, I would have ended up just doing the bare minimum. Whatever I had to do to get by in a day is what I would do. Whereas when I read that book, I discovered not only did someone else share my experience, but he had answers. He had a path out of this. And so I became really excited. I found a new energy again.